So today is the 397 of showing up consistently. Now, this is one of those days where I'm not going to be looking at the camera. I'm just going to be looking at another direction. You know what they say? It's I'm using a big cam today. So the A cam is on the left, while me, I am looking at the right, a little bit tilt to the right side of the camera. So I'm not looking straight into the camera. I'm not looking straight into the camera. I'm looking, how will I put it? Like slightly away from the camera. It's one of those video production skills I have learned. I've come to learn that makes a video more engaging. So if I have two camera, one can be the big cam, one can be the A cam. The A cam will be looking at me directly, almost straight directly into me. While the big cam is going to be slightly positioned the same way I am looking at it right now. So a little bit to the side, while the A cam is going to be facing me directly, almost directly. So what am I going to talk about today? I'm just going to talk about learning to know that you cannot always be right. Because there's a way I've been editing videos for the past few days. Although my video editing skills has improved more than the way it was when I started in 2023. Yes, I started editing video 2023, and my video editing skills was par then. But people still see the video and they say that wow, this video is good. Now imagine what I edit now from back then when I was editing. What do I use to edit then? Is it, I think CapCut. I used CapCut. Was it? Yes, CapCut. I used on my laptop on my HP 840 G3 laptop. You're wondering how I remember it. I will remember it because I know how much I spent on that laptop. So I used the laptop to learn video editing then. Nobody taught me this video editing. I had to learn it by myself. If I ever got stuck on any aspect, I just go online to search for how to do this. Then AI was not as trendy as it is now. So I used YouTube. I just go to YouTube. How to I press it into YouTube and YouTube give me answers. And that answer I decided to okay, I'll use that answer in the way I do it. And when I'm doing it, I will now discover that wait, let me just try and do it like this, you get. So that's how I've been able to innovate some new ways to adjust and make my video better and very good. Very good. But one thing I've come to learn is that when you think you are good, there's always something that you need to improve on. So today, although my video has been good, like seriously good, and what there's a saying that advantage of there's an advantage to being a learner. Yes, there's an advantage to being a learner because when you're a learner, you see challenges, you see challenges, you see something, you know that this thing is very tricky. To the extent that when you just get it right, you are just so happy and you're so filled up with so much eagerness than when somebody is already expert at something. You have been doing something consistently that you just do it right off the bat, like it's just something that is easy for you to do. You will not see this thing as challenging already again. You just see it as something that you do normally. Now everything just become like a monotonous thing that you are doing. It just become monotonous. It's just like repeating. It is good, but in another sense, it is not good because you need to be challenging your brain. So I think this week or last week or close to the last week, early this week, I got a link to one video. Although I've been watching some videos and I've been improving myself. So I got a link to one video and I was like, why didn't I think of this angle? So I decided there was not a video I was editing today. I decided that, okay, I'm going to use this new angle. And lo and behold, the new angle I used actually taught me more things that, okay, for example, now, normally when somebody mentioned their name, I include it there, and I still put their name tag there. But I realized that, wait, there's no need for me to include this person's name. If I'm going to be writing this person's name, bagada bagada, bagada bagada means if I'm going to be writing it largely. So I was like, instead of me wasting that extra seconds, sometimes it could be up to 10 seconds, 15 seconds, that somebody say that, my name is so and so, I'm Kiniko Kiniko. But instead of me leaving that and still writing the text on on at the top left, right. When I'm facing the camera, it is when I'm facing the computer, it is top left, top right corner. That's where I usually put it. So instead of me putting this in there, still person still saying in it. It's just repetition. Let me just cut one. Either I remove the text or I remove the audio. But the best thing is for me to remove the audio. So I remove the audio. Now instead of now putting it at the top right corner of my screen, I put it in the bottom left corner. Bottom left corner, which is called using it third. So after that, I decided to incorporate two fonts. One major font for the title and one extra font, maybe Poppins or Montserrat or Helvetica, Noe or Open Sans. But the best font I have used so far is still Poppins, because Poppins, when you reduce Poppins to 5, it become very small. But when you reduce Montserrat or Helvetica or Open Sans to 5, it's still huge. And I need it to be smaller than the major title that I'm putting above it. The major title is going to be in IBM Plex Sans, because that's the font I want all my videos to be known for. IBM Plex Sans is going to be the title. Then Poppins Poppins Italics is going to be the sub. So that's what I did today. Then honestly, I was wowed by my by the new direction I took today. I was like, wow, this is impressive. Why didn't I just wake up and why did I wake up and think of this? I was not like, hmm. One cannot just say that I want to wake up and think of this new way to innovate. One has to see something that is entirely different from what somebody has been doing, for somebody to want to think that, oh, I can actually take this direction for this thing. You get? There's why there's this saying that people that usually invent things are people that are practically or relatively new to that particular field. It is true, because when you have been in that field for a long period of time, there are things that you just see as normal things, and everything just become almost normal to you. But when you are just somebody that is coming in for the first time, you have first mover advantage. No, you have learner's advantage. How will I put it? There's a way your brain will just take. There's a way your brain will max out your brain. Your brain will not start seeing new information. So you start processing all this new information. But the best thing now is that for you not to rush this learning process, because when you rush this learning process, you become good. And once you become good, there's no fun in it again. Everything just become repetitive, monotonous. But when you are taking your time to learn, taking your time to fail, to improve, you become better. Not that you not become better the other way. You become better. You always become better. As long as you are doing it, you always get better. But that aspects of being a first mover advantage, just take your time, really wallow in it so much, so that because once you become good, you not enjoy the first learner's advantage anymore again. That being said, that's just what I'm going to be talking about today. I also had an interview today. I've been doing these interviews since since last year. Honestly, this is so funny. Where my interview skill has become better to this thing that I get this from people that I'm interviewing, that the the questions that are right for them to answer, they find it hard for them to pen or jot something down. But when I ask them the question, when I'm talking to them, when they're looking at me, they find it easy to open up more. I don't know, maybe because I'm handsome new. I'm kidding. I don't know. I'm handsome sharp. I don't know, maybe it's because of the way I talk to them, the way I am calm, When I talk to people, I talk analytically and I talk calmly and they listen to me. So maybe it is that my calmness that is putting forward, and they are saying, you get. So that's going to be all for the 397 of showing up consistently. So see you all tomorrow. Yes, you too. I forgot it. I'm going to the kitchen to prepare food. That's what I'm saying. See you tomorrow, my people.